Here is MSNBC host Zerlina Maxwell. Okay, so she is a very notorious Bernie Sanders hater. She's a notorious neoliberal, Hillary Clinton stan, etc., etc., etc. All right, so amidst this whole Bernie Sanders Elizabeth Warren controversy that's going on, she's going to rage at Bernie Sanders for something that he didn't even say.
Sanders, his campaign to deny that this happened and for him to deny that this happened. I just want to have the question asked tomorrow night at the debate. I would like Elizabeth Warren to speak to this as well. I would like to know more about this conversation.
And why does it matter if he did say it? Maybe he said it 2018, 2 years ago. If he did say it 2 years ago, would that disqualify him for you? And do you think it would disqualify him with other women?
For me, yes, because I'm a feminist and women are the majority of the country, or the majority of the electorate. That's very complicated. Women of color obviously vote way more Democratic than white women do. But to say that a woman can't win the election, when a woman beat you by 4 million votes in the primary in 2016 and also beat Donald Trump, who's the current president, by 3 million votes, that is a lie. And he needs to call it that. Do you think Sanders, his campaign...
You can see the seething rage in her face at this comment, right? She's literally raging at a comment that Bernie Sanders didn't even make. Now, just to be a little bit charitable to Zerlina here, the question asked by the host is kind of dumb, because obviously, even if it was just 2 years ago, obviously that's going to be a disqualifying comment for a lot of people, right? It's just a sort of like weird and messed up comment to make, obviously, to say that a woman can't win in 2020. But regardless, clearly this seething rage that she has, and this belief that she has. Now, my understanding, I don't know whether or not at the time that this was filmed, whether or not Bernie had come out and deny it, because he denied it completely. He's like, no. And funny enough, he actually mentions the whole Hillary beating Donald Trump by 3 million votes as well. And in this tweet thread, she says, his camp is denying he said a woman can't win. Okay, now explain why anyone would get the impression you thought that. Is everyone lying? So here, and this is something I saw on CNN as well that I'll be covering as well. She's basically here saying that, oh, okay, Bernie didn't say it, or at least he's saying that he's denying it. But now explain why anyone would get the impression that you thought that. So she's trying to allude to this idea that there's some gender problem, or that Bernie Sanders, there's evidence or an inkling of Bernie Sanders being sexist, which is very odd because there absolutely is none. And so there's this really stupid implication here of that. And so, there's this obvious bogus quote that you jump on to attack, right? And then you attack Bernie Sanders, malign him, and belittle him by talking about how she beat him and she beat Donald Trump. And then you basically, once he comes out and denies you, back away and go, oh, okay. But why do people believe it? I don't know how many people believed it, but I think that if anybody believed it, they're an idiot. They're a moron. Why would you believe that comment? Considering the history of Bernie Sanders, the clips surfacing, over and over again on Twitter, the nature of the conversation, okay, which is that why would Warren wait till now to bring up a quote or a comment from Bernie Sanders in 2018, 2 years ago, that a woman can't win? Why would she wait 2 years to let this go now? And so it's just very odd to see here. But Zerlina Maxwell absolutely hates Bernie Sanders. So, you can see the seething face of rage at a comment that he didn't even make. And I know that they need to just start making stuff up to go after Bernie Sanders and belittle him. But when you see, a person getting this angry over something someone didn't even say, you got a problem, and you need to figure it out.